Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have circumcision law reform, your whole baby, Eric Anderson, forefront, and much more coming up. In POTS news, we have reached a little under 500,000 people thus far in the circumcision bad protesting campaign or the cyber protesting, whichever way you want to call it. Circumcision law reform, Hoodie by Nature, breaking the cut, and of course, POTS is spearheading this campaign. CLR and Hoodie by Nature are making advertisement that explains circumcision is bad. And of course, you guys have been helping us as well, all the social media defenders we have, which you can join them if you haven't by joining our Discord and asking to be a part of the walks. Also, of course, the POTS community who donates or use the POTS e-commerce program, CareBuzz, and so on also plays a huge role in a successful campaign. Also, following POTS on Facebook and X, where I post at least 2 times a day. Link is in the description of all of those listed above in my link tree. That is very helpful as well. Speaking of CareBuzz, since it is the first Tuesday of the week, let's review it. So our CareBuzz has been skyrocketing. I would say about $20 a month. We have 29 contributors. We just got an extra one recently. So that's 8 active. We're 30% of our $300 goal almost. It is $91.72 out of 300. So we're doing really good and things are finally picking up. So that is awesome. And if you want to do this, it's really easy. You just download the CareBuzz app. You can get the window app. It's available on Android and these platforms here. It's not available on iPhone yet. You choose your initiative. You copy the initiative code in the app. I had to walk somebody through it. You just copy this right here. It's for website 1. You just copy and paste that or click it and it will copy automatically. You keep the app running. Don't close CareBuzz to keep donating, and the app will silently run in the background. And then you just share the initiative. If you want to, you don't even have to share the initiative, but it does help. But if you guys do these 3 steps, it definitely helps POTS quite a bit. And in the video special that we released this past Thursday, why most intactivist groups are doomed to fail. This is such an important video to watch, even if you aren't thinking about making an intactivist group yourself. I think it's important to understand what a lot of new intactivist groups go through. I think it was about an hour before posting this video, one of the biggest intactivist groups in the world stole one of our circumcision bad ads, which may not seem like a big deal, but it is. All what they had to do was click the share button, but instead, let's just screw over a little intactivist organization. I'll make a separate video on explaining why that's a problem and a big deal, but the video released on Thursday does explain the many factors and the uphill battles that smaller intactivist groups have to overcome, and it's a lot, to be honest. Also, there is a donor report for the PANS members. It is exclusive to you guys. Also, PANS, we do have our monthly meeting Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you can make that, I would definitely recommend being there because it's going to be a very important meeting. If you want to become a PANS, it's super easy. You just have to donate $5 to our coffee and let me know the Discord, and I'll give you the PANS role. Also, this past Saturday, Terry's interview with Scott was released this Saturday. They talked about how to deal with those who refuse to listen to logic and much more. So if you missed that, definitely check that out. The matching for the POTS e-commerce program and the CareBuzz has ended. Total raised was a little over $270. You guys can still partake in doing both programs. So just because the matching's ending does not mean that the programs are done. And during the PANS meeting, we shall see if any matching will take place or not for this month. Doing both of these programs still helps out POTS and intactivism, regardless if it gets matched or not. All right, and in circumcision law reform news. So, circumcision law reform went and contacted healthychildren.org. And this statement right here, the American Academy of Pediatrics believes that circumcision has potential medical benefits and advantages as well as risks. And you can keep reading all this if you want, but circumcision law reform did message them saying that, hey, the AAP statement has expired on this. And so, as you notice, this is the Wayback Machine. This is the new page, which it's gone. This healthychildren.org. They removed it, so they fixed their mistake, which is good. And also really awesome for CLR and his team that got rid of this, because hopefully this goes and saves babies from being mutilated. It literally says also that right here in this title, it says healthychildren.org, powered by pediatricians, trusted by parents, from the American Academy of Pediatrics. That's so crazy that they're stating that they're from the American Academy of Pediatrics, but they did not know that that statement was expired 8 years ago. So that is a huge win for intactivism for sure. So good job to CLR for making that happen. And in Your Whole Baby news, so Your Whole Baby went out to Babies and Bumps in Atlanta. So Michelle Parks, a Your Whole Baby volunteer, did a post which says, "We connected with over 100 expecting families, sharing vital info packs that many said came at just the right time. Several stopped by to say thank you. All the reminder we need that these conversations matter. Not to mention how heartfelt it was when Monica, the event organizer, personally thanked us for showing up and sharing this message. We also made meaningful connections with 3 local doulas who are excited to partner with us to support and educate the families they serve. These tables are lifelines to parents making crucial decisions. We'll keep showing up, we'll keep advocating, and with your support, we'll keep reaching the families who need us most." Super awesome. It does say, please help continue support Michelle in bringing Your Whole Baby to Baby Palooza. So we got a new donation thing to count now. And in Eric Anderson news, so Eric Anderson has made a new video. He's actually done 2 new videos recently, but this one's titled Big Large Money Lawsuit for Any Intactivist Law Enforcement Officer. Now, I did listen to it. I'm not a lawyer by any stretch of the means, so I don't know if his plan's going to work out. But he is calling on intactivist law enforcement officers. So if you guys are a law enforcement officer, definitely go ahead and check that out. Also, don't forget to go ahead and push us out to the algorithm, and also comment as well, as I did. I was the only one who commented. And thank you guys so much for commenting on this. This helps me out quite a lot as well. Thank you guys, and also sharing. That's really nice of you. Thank you. As I said, Eric has another video called Sarasota Memorial Hospital and Manifest Destiny. You can watch that one if you want. And also the Sarasota Memorial Hospital, Depraved and Sedacious Indifference. So once again, if you guys want to go ahead and watch these, you definitely can. It's about 40 minutes of video if you're interested. And in Forefront news, so the leader of Forefront, Carter, has been busy making videos. He has made 2 videos as well this past week. You guys can definitely go ahead and check those out if you want. As you can see, I've been watching some of them. They're bare minimum entertaining, and who knows, they might spark inspiration in you, or they might trigger you. I don't know. I don't know. I might run a poll on that. If Forefront, is it helpful for you or is it triggering for you? I'm curious on what the fans have to say on this. So I'm going to go ahead and run that poll after this. All right, and on to the Intactivist calendar for the week. So, No Cirque, Michigan. They have their Michigan March for Integrity happening Saturday, September 13th, 2025, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Memorial Park, Royal Oak, Michigan. This will be happening in about 10 days from now. Your Whole Baby, Babies and Bumps. They're going to Cleveland, September 28th, which is about 3 weeks from now. So if you want more information on that, visit babiesandbumps.com/events for details and tickets. Bloodstained Men, Colorado Circumcision Crisis Protest, also in about 3 weeks, a little under that, September 21st through September 28th. They are going to be in Colorado, and if you're in Colorado, you can definitely go ahead and visit their website and check out their date, city, and time to see if you want to go ahead and go, if you're around their location or not. On to the polls of the week. So this poll, do you think Gowdaff joining the World Association for Sexual Health has any strategic value to intactivists? And I said, let me know in critical feedback why. Everyone has answered yes. Their membership with WAS will help activism greatly, and that is super awesome. I'm glad everybody feels that way. You know, I feel like sometimes you get blinders on if you know a group and what they've done in the past, and you're like, oh wow, this group has done things that I don't particularly like. But when they actually do a good thing and do a great job, you know, I'm glad that you guys keep me balanced as you guys are right now. So that's super awesome that Gaudaf joining the World Association for Sexual Health was good to Intactivists. I'm very interested to see how this develops in the future. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. A brand new fundraiser, support Hoodie by Nature. So, Hoodie by Nature, his goal is $600, currently raised $40 so far. That's 7% of his $600 goal. So it says, Hoodie by Nature, dedicated to exposing the hidden truths about circumcision and giving a voice to those silenced by it. This project is more than awareness. It's about changing culture through storytelling, humor, and truth. Too many people grow up carrying pain, shame, and confusion from something that was done to them without their say. Hoodie by Nature exists to break that silence. Every post, video, and project is designed to wake people up, spark conversation, and protect the next generation. But to bring this vision to life through video production, outreach, and platform growth, I need your help. Your support will directly fund the creation of impactful content that can shift the narrative and save children from harm. By contributing, you're not just backing a channel, you're helping fuel a movement grounded in compassion, truth, and justice. Also, guys, just a quick reminder that Hoodie by Nature does also collab with Prevail over the system, and he is quite helpful with the cyber protesting that we're doing. And also, he did make our theme music for POTS, which is super awesome. So I am glad that this is getting funding already. So hopefully he gets his $600 goal. All right, Your Whole Baby at Baby Palooza. So their goal is $12,000. They're 74% of the way there with $887 raised. So that is super awesome for Your Whole Baby. So Your Whole Baby must have released this pretty recently, because Your Whole Baby, they had $500 donated to them this week alone. So that is super awesome for Your Whole Baby. And not only that, Your Whole Baby's LA Prego Expo booth, they also got more donations. They got $550 this past week. They got $950 raised, which is 21% of their $4,500 goal. So Your Whole Baby is on fire with the donations. Intaction, which is health equality campaign as well. Critical call to support nationwide male bodily autonomy. Yes, this is for heck, because it says donations to health equality campaign are not tax deductible. I don't even think he needs to even say that, to be honest. I don't believe so. But anyways, this fundraiser has raised $80 the past week. So still at 7%. It bumped up a little bit. So they're making a little bit of progress towards their $100,000 goal. All right, end circumcision, support genital autonomy for all at Pride. There's been no new donations this week, still at $11.90 raised out of their $1,500 goal, which is 79% of that. So Gaudaf is apparently on phase 3 now. So they beat their phase 2 goal. It was $35,000. They raised $38,805. So for their phase 3, they need another $35,000. Wow. So they need another $35,000. This is coming out to about $100,000. Actually, this comes out to exactly $100,000 when you add up phase 1 through phase 3. So I don't think there's a phase 4. I could be wrong about that. But anyways, this brand new phase, they got $1,201 for phase 3 out of their $35,000 goal. All right, Eric Klopper, support Intact Global's fight against genital mutilation. He has gotten quite a bit of donations himself. He is 85% of his $50,000 goal with $42,703 raised. He got $138 given to him this past week. Also, he did raise $10 with the Intact Global Oregon litigation effort with this donor box donation site. So he did raise an extra $10. He has $400 raised out of his $30,000 goal here. So you could tack that on to his like $130 he made in the previous page. All right, pots. We are at 28% of our $15,000 goal. We did get quite a lot of money. Like I said, I think it was like $270 through the matching, which is super awesome. Thank you guys. I definitely appreciate that. Guys, once again, don't forget to do the Prevail over the system e-commerce program. It's very easy to do. Also, the Care Buzz is free to do as well. It's just an install and forget it. Yes, if you also want to donate, you can do that through Coffee. The fees are very, very, very minimal. I know a lot of other places like GoFundMe's, they take fees out and stuff like that. Coffee does not take fees out. So most of your money just goes straight to pots and our goal. So if you go ahead and help fund us, that's super awesome, and we definitely appreciate that. All right, and on to the Intactivist growth for the week. So just a heads up, guys, this is the last week we'll be doing the Bloodstained Men for the Intactivist growth. It will be changing to Pots is X for the Intactivist growth next week. So anyways, Bloodstained Men, their last week's following was 7,276 followers. This week, Bloodstained Men's followers is at 7,307 followers, which is a 34% gain, or a 0.47% increase for the week. Bloodstained Men making a substantial gain this week for Intactivism. Alright guys, that's all what I have for the news. Don't forget about watching why most Intactivist groups are doomed to fail, and also Terry's interview with Scott as well. Please like and share this to get this out to more people. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Prevail over the system. We rise through precision. Uplift transition.